So today was homegoing service for my great aunt, and it was a really, really, really sweet service. And during the sermon, the title was called "If I Only Had One More Day," and he spoke from Luke the 16th chapter, 19 through 30. And it just got me to thinking about how precious life is, like how much we take life for granted. Like, we really, really take life for granted, and we don't know when we're gonna be called home. Like, we really don't know. No man knows the day or the hour when God is gonna call that individual person home. And although my great aunt lived a long life, so we say a long life. I think she was like 87 years old. We don't know if we have that long. And like paraphrasing the scriptures were talking about the rich man and Lazarus, and how the rich man lived this lavish lifestyle, and it's like no cares of the world. Basically, his heart was not of God. He wasn't even thinking about God. And here you have Lazarus, who was a poor man. He was a beggar. He sat at the gate of the rich man begging, and even if he was willing to have the crumbs off of his table, and dogs would come and lick the sores off of him. Lick his sores and everything. And anyway, time passed, and both of them died. And the word says that Lazarus was in the bosom of Abraham, and the rich man lifted his eyes up in hell. And it just, to me, their lives were parallel on both earth and then when God called them home. And my whole thing is, we have an opportunity while we're on this side to really, really live a life that's pleasing unto God. Because once our breath is taken away, that's it. We don't have another opportunity. We don't have an opportunity. But while it is still day, while we still have time, it would just behoove us really, really, really to seek God with our whole heart, with everything that we have. And I'm just thinking, if today, like the topic was, if I only had one more day. Well, I'm sure the rich man was thinking, if I only had one more day, because of his condition, of his finalized condition, he knew what the consequence was. Now he's thinking, if I only had one more day. And the preacher was also speaking to us when he said, if I only had one more day. Because if you think about it, our one more day is today, because we don't know if we're going to have one more day. Like, today is our one more day. And what if today was our last day? It's like, it's almost evening time now, but I'm just thinking, everything that I did from the time God woke me up this morning up until right now, would that be pleasing in the eyesight of God? Or would I be happy to say, you know what, God, I gave my all. It was you that I walked with you all, you know what I mean? Not that we can make it on our works, but just did we live a life that was pleasing unto God? That's my whole point. Did we live a life that was pleasing unto God? And we knew that today was our last day. What would we do different? What would we do different? And that's just where I am right now, is that I just don't want to take life for granted. I just don't want to take people for granted. I don't want to take God's grace and His mercy for granted, because I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't know if this is my last day. It could very well be my last day. It could. And it's really a lot to take in. And really, when you sit and think about it, it's a lot to take in. On how we, just things that we do, that we just take life for granted. Just really take life for granted. Like, when it all boils down to it, the little things that seem to annoy us, or that we get fed up with, or that we want to change, or or even our careers and our houses and even our children and our family, when it boils down to it, none of that even matters when we're standing before God. None of that even matters. So, yeah, I just wanted to pose that question. If you knew that today was your last day on earth, what would you do differently? And because this could very well be your last day, what's stopping you from doing different? Stopping you. As long as we have breath in our body, it's an opportunity for us to give our lives over to God, to surrender completely to Him and allow Him to just change everything in us, everything that we thought was right, everything we thought was wrong, just to cleanse us through and through. So, I just wanted to share that. I love y'all and God bless.
Searching for a heart that will love Him, longing for a child that will give Him their